I'm going to show you how to create ranks or groups for your server using Group Manager. Now, the great thing about Group Manager is it is inside Essentials, the Essentials plugin, meaning if you have downloaded Essentials, which almost all servers have, then you should be good to go. But if you don't know how to do that, just leave a comment, and enough people want to know, I will leave a video about how to do that. But I'm sure all of you already know how to install Essentials. Now, if you already have Essentials in Group Manager, what you're first going to want to know to create a group is you're going to want to know the what the commands mean. So the basic command you want to know is mang add, and what this means is you're saying manual group add. So that's saying you want to create a new group. So say I wanted to create the group named test, I would do /mang add test, and now it says you have created the group named test. And if you want to add people to that group, what you're going to do is you're going to say /manual user add, and then I'm just going to add myself, Officer Nasty, to test. And what this means is you're manually adding the user. This is the user, and this is the group you're adding them to. And it says you are moved to test in all unnamed worlds. Before it said I was member. Now it shouldn't say anything because, hold on, let's just try it out. Yep, that's just my faction tag. But if you want a prefix like this one for your different groups, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to do /manual group add prefix, or variable. V stands for variable, and then you're going to put the group. The group is test, and you're going to want to add a prefix to the group. What you could also do is you could add a suffix if you want, and that would be behind the name. But most professional servers are going to have the prefixes, so that's normally what you're going to want. And since the group is called test, in brackets I could put test and then hit enter, type, and there you have it. But if you want your prefix to be colored, like if you want a prefix like this one, the red one, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to put in the same command /mang add v test prefix, and instead of just putting it in normally like this, you're going to put, for example, and 5, because this is a color code, and if you have Essentials and Essentials chat, you'll be able to put in these color codes. Basically, all you have to do for these codes is put an ampersand, which is the and sign, and then a number or a letter. If you guys want to know what number and what letter gives you what, I'll put a link to a page that tells you in the description. And 5 is going to be purple, so this whole thing on is going to be purple, but because I want this last bracket to be white, I'm going to put and f, which is going to make it white. So now it's going to say test in purple, and you can change it to whatever color you want. And the final thing you need to know is adding permissions to a group. Now, if you want to add permissions to a group, you're going to have to do manual group add p, which is permission, and then you are going to put your group that you want. And now for this last part, there are so many permissions that it's just more than I could ever list for you guys. So what you have to do is whenever you just want to know a permission, you search in Google. Like if you want to know what /spawn is, you'll look up a /spawn permission node, and you'll find a page that'll tell you what to put for that. But I know off the top of my head that's essentials.spawn. So now the group test can use /spawn. Or if you want to make it easier on yourself, say you already have a default group on the server or anything like that, what you do is you do manual group add inheritance. And then you're going to want, this is if you want the group test to have all the permissions that the group default has. Now, for example, I would put test and default. You always want to make sure that the group that is inheriting the permissions is the first one. So now all the permissions that default has, test is going to have. but if I'm going to add more permissions to test, it's not going to give it to default. It's just going to stay with test. And basically, that's all you really need to know to be able to create all your ranks for your server. And if you guys have any more questions, please let me know in the comments, and watch my other videos if you'd like to. There's a lot of helpful stuff. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.